way we connect with our friends, our families, and the world around us. So I set out to make a film about what it means to be connected in the 21st century. Hoping to trigger a conversation about what does it mean to be connected in the 21st century, from whatever entry point you want to come into that conversation.
Does anyone here actually want to enter into that conversation right now? Go ahead.
Well, I just want to mention that what I found most profound in the film was the power of the relationship between Tiffany and her father. And if she didn't have her father, and if Tiffany didn't have her personality, I don't think we would have films like this that lead to connection. So I think the intimate connection leads all kinds of places and to all kinds of connections.
Yeah, you know, the film took 4 years to make, and at 2 years, I was not in my movie. I've never been in one of my, this is my 9th movie. I've never been in my movies. And I remember sitting in the editing room watching the film, 2-hour movie, a rough cut, and it was all left brain, it was all ideas. And I was not connecting to my own film. You know, it was funny and witty, but it was like not getting me. And here my father was dying, I was pregnant, I didn't know if the baby would make it. And then it was like at that moment I thought, I'm making a film about connection and I'm not dealing with emotional connection. And it was one of the hardest moments because, you know, I had pitched to funders, I was making this one film, and I realized I had to put myself in the movie, which was so scary. And then it took 2 years. I brought in a story editor. I didn't write this by myself. I wrote it with 3 other writing partners, my husband Ken, who I always write my films with, and 2 other people from the team. But this story, you know, all of our connections start, we're all children of someone. That's where your connection starts, and then it goes to family, your community, and then to the world. So to understand that connection is so vital to understand your place in the world. Mother and father, you know, really shaped me. I tried to ground, although my father was dying, so it's mostly about him, I tried to ground the beginning of the movie, you know, because she taught me a lot about emotional connection, because she went back to school to get her PhD, so psychology was like a big conversation. But, you know, everything I do is from my parents. You know, it's like at the Talmud, that's why I put that line in the Talmud at the end. When you teach your children, you teach your children's children. It's like I'm a conduit of all the generations. But one of the biggest things that's changed since the film was my father made you feel so present. Everyone would say that about him. Your dad made me feel like the most important person in the room. And I feel like since he's died, no one knows how to make anyone feel important anymore. I just feel like people are so distracted. You have lunch with someone, you put your cell phone on the table, and it's like a ticking bomb. Like, I'm going to talk to you unless you're not interesting enough, and then I'm going to check my phone and see if someone's more interesting. And I never thought I would become that person, and then I became that person. And I feel like that is becoming a real lost art of being present. So since we made the film, Ken and I really do serious technology Shabbats. So we light the candles on Friday nights, and every screen goes off. So we use a landline and whatever for 24 hours, and I think it's been so profound for my family, as a wife, as a friend, as a mother, to just have 24 hours where there is absolutely nothing distracting you from the moment. So that's been a really valuable thing. We've talked a lot with our kids, because obviously we didn't do it and then we started doing it. I highly recommend it.